Maryland Congressman and former Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown is recovering tonight after he suffered a mild stroke. He was hospitalized just hours after attending the funeral of Baltimore County Executive Kevin Kamenetz on Friday. WJZ is live. Pat Warren has more on Brown's condition now. Pat?
Well, Mary, as you know, droopy features and numbness and slurred speech are common indicators of a stroke. But by all accounts, Congressman Brown had none of those. He had a sudden attack of dizziness and nausea that sent him to the hospital. Here's Anthony Brown paying respects at the funeral of County Executive Kevin Kamenetz on Friday. That evening, a sudden onset of dizziness and nausea sent him to the hospital, where it was determined he suffered a mild stroke. What are we talking about happening in the brain when you have a stroke?
Sure. Ischemic strokes are when there's a blood clot blocking off blood flow to the brain. So it's essentially like a clogged pipe. The blood can't get past that blood clot, so the part of your brain which is depending on that blood starts to die.
MedStar Franklin Square neurologist Dr. Hsiong Chen says another type of stroke is like a pipe bursting. In any case, dizziness and nausea, which were Congressman Brown's symptoms, are not obvious indicators of stroke.
That's very tricky because there's a lot of things that cause dizziness and nausea, stroke being one of them, but you can also have inner ear imbalance that can cause those types of symptoms.
The key is with early treatment, a full recovery is possible. A spokesman tells us the congressman suffered no deficits from the stroke, is active and in good spirits at his home working with staff. And as of yet, no definite date has been set for his return to Capitol Hill. I'm Pat Warren reporting live for WJZ. Now back to you, Mary.
Pat, thank you. Congressman Brown is the second state representative to experience health problems. U.S. Congressman Elijah Cummings had heart surgery that resulted in complications from an infection.
The Baltimore County Council meets today to discuss what to do following the sudden death of County Executive Kevin Kamenetz. Kamenetz died Thursday morning of a heart attack at the age of 60. His term is set to expire in December. Today, the chairman of the Baltimore County Council told our media partner, the Baltimore Sun, he does not plan to have a public hearing on who should replace Kamenetz because there is a short timeline to name a replacement. New passengers will be riding the light rail in Anne Arundel County, and local police will be joining MTA officers in an effort to boost security. Alex Dimitrick reports and has the reason for stepping up patrols.
The light rail offers convenience, but some say it is also generating fear. When light rail trains crossed into Anne Arundel County, they pulled into a news conference
that will allow our county police to step up enforcement in and around the stations as well as on the trains themselves. That is very important and a first.
The reason Anne Arundel County Police will join Maryland Transportation Authority officers.
There's a fear that crime comes down on the light rail. I don't think if you look statistically that there's any great number of crimes generating off the light rail stops, but there is a clear and convincing feeling of fear about it.
Communities near the light rail stops say crime began with bicycle thefts from backyards.
And then it started accelerating. We've had, in the last years, we've had robberies, breaking and entry. We've had an elderly man. Okay. We have, it appears to be having some drug issues associated around the light rail station also.
County police officers will patrol parking lots at the stops as well as nearby neighborhoods. Ride-alongs with transportation police could come during peak travel times and big events like football and baseball games. The extra security only extends through Anne Arundel County, which is fine by those who live near the stops.
Having the increase of security and police, I think, is a great idea.
Besides uniformed officers, the Maryland Transportation Authority police also place plainclothes officers at stations and aboard trains. Back to you on TV Hill.
Besides adding police, Anne Arundel County says a barrier will also be constructed between the station and North Linthicum Elementary to keep trespassers off school property.
Maryland officials announced federal approval of a new